Well, her name's Rock Chalk. She's the talk of the town. We're the German Shepherd duo, always sniffing around. Smith and Wesson by her side, they ain't just for show. They're the muscle when she's hustling, solving crime on the go. She's got her boots in the dirt, she's cracking the case. A true crime queen with a smirk on her face. Loves her country rap bumping, got that twang in that beat. You mess around with her, you're in for a treat. Oh, F-A-F-O, better watch your step. Rock Chalk's on the scene, she'll clean up your mess. With her dogs and her charm, she'll track you down slow. Oh, F-A-F-O, yeah, you reap what you sow. She's got a badge and a sassy attitude to boot. Kicks down doors like she's in hot pursuit. Smith and Wesson bark, don't you dare run. She's the queen of the scene, yeah, she gets it done. Country rap on the radio, she's cruising the street. From the city to the sticks, she's the one to meet. Her motto's real simple, don't try no bluff. Mess around all you want, but you'll find out quick enough. Whoa, F-A-F-O, better watch your step. Rock Chalk's on the scene, she'll clean up your mess. With her dogs and her charm, she'll track you down slow. Oh, F-A-F-O, yeah, you reap what you sow. She's got cowboy boots and a badge of steel. With a heart of gold and nerves unreal. You thought you could hide, but she's always in the know. Now you're caught, son, F-A-F-O. So here's the Rock Chalk and her Shepherd crew. Smith and Wesson got her back and they're coming for you. Country rap in her veins, she's the queen of the scene. F-A-F-O is her motto, and she's living the dream. Rock Chalk out. Hey! She's got cowboy boots and a badge of steel. With a heart of gold and nerves unreal. You thought you could hide, but she's always in the know. Now you're caught, son, F-A-F-O. So here's the Rock Chalk and her Shepherd crew. Smith and Wesson got her back and they're coming for you. Country rap in her veins, she's the queen of the scene. F-A-F-O is her motto, and she's living the dream. Rock Chalk out.
Everybody, hopefully you can hear me because I'm here. Christoper will be back about 7:30. So let's see here. There's a couple things I was gonna go over. I was gonna go over Cole Twombly's stuff, but I'm kind of waiting for Christoper. So we'll go over a couple more things waiting on Christoper.
But first tonight, Oklahoma's DUI laws are getting tougher starting November the 1st, adding some felony charges, even for first-time offenders. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kim Jackson. News on 6's Sam Carrick joins us with details on those changes. Sam?
Kim, the new law means even first-time offenders could spend 10 days in jail for an aggravated DUI. Law enforcement says the goal is to send a clear message that if you drive drunk, you're going to jail. This has been a long time coming for Christy Murrow.
On October 3rd of 2020, our 19-year-old daughter, she was a UCO student at the time, was coming home for the weekend from college and was hit by a repeat offender impaired driver.
The person who killed her daughter Marissa had 4 prior convictions and never saw the inside of a cell until after he took her life. Christy and her husband Jeff founded the Victims of Impaired Driving and pushed for this law. It makes DUIs a felony if drivers have a blood alcohol level 0.15 or higher, are speeding, driving recklessly, crossing the center line, running from police, or have a child with them.
My hope is that even the threat of more severe penalties for first-time DUI will maybe reach some people that haven't considered this a serious crime.
Governor Stitt vetoed the law, saying it risks unjust outcomes and unnecessary incarceration.
My concern is when you have a person who has a solid career, has a family, has a lot to lose, mandatory minimum of 10 days in jail, they're likely going to lose their job. That's going to cause kind of a rippling effect.
For Christy, it's about making sure no one has to go through the same loss she did.
I know every day that this law is in effect, there are lives, Oklahomans that are being saved.
Kim, the Tulsa County Sheriff's Office says they plan to raise awareness on social media and elsewhere so people know about these upcoming changes.
Yeah, thank you. Tulsa County deputies are being.
Good morning. Morning, you all. Is it morning? What did I miss? Again, we're going to talk about Cole Twombly as soon as Christoper gets here. And he said he'd be here about 7:30. So we're going to go back over another thing with this Jesse Butler. We can't say too much about Jesse Butler.
Nearly 80 years behind bars. But now the Oklahoma teenage baseball prodigy is avoiding prison altogether. His victims' loved ones say the justice system failed them. Brooke Taylor is following the story. She's live in Dallas. Brooke, tell us all about it. How did it happen?
Hi, John. Yeah, we spoke to the mother of one of the victims who says that their heart is just broken here. And the family feels like there is really just zero justice in this case because the suspect avoided jail time and he was able to essentially just walk free. Jesse Butler here, he is now 18 years old. He was originally charged as an adult in March. He pled no contest to a laundry list of violent sex charges, including first-degree rape, domestic assault, battery by strangulation, and also a violation of a protective order. Now, according to police affidavits, both victims were 16-year-old students also at Stillwater High School in Oklahoma, and they were his girlfriends at the time. They described being repeatedly raped and strangled. The details in these court documents are extremely disturbing here. Butler was 17 when these crimes happened and reached a deal with the district attorney's office that had his status changed from adult to youthful offender. Now, the court found him guilty and sentenced him to 78 years in prison. But because he's now considered a youthful offender, he got to avoid prison time and was put on a rehabilitation plan. The victim's family says the DA's office should not have signed off on this deal, but this is a small town. Football runs the show, and the families point to Butler's father's influence because he's the former director of football operations at Oklahoma State University. Now, the mother of one of the victims told me, quote, "This was the first time we needed the justice system. We placed our trust in it. Sadly, we feel the system has failed the victims." State Representative J.G. Humphrey is now calling for an investigation.
We need an investigation into what's actually going on and get evidence to prove that this court is corrupt and that they are letting sex offenders go.
And we asked the Payne County DA why they agreed to this plea deal. They shared a lengthy statement in part, quote, "Because the 2 counts of attempted rape were the only alleged crimes among the 11 charged that even qualified the case for filing in adult court. And additionally, existing law strongly favors providing offenders under 18 an opportunity for rehabilitation." Now, Butler is going to have daily check-ins. He's also going to have weekly therapy sessions in order to avoid that jail time. But if he violates anything, then he could be reclassified as an adult and could face that prison time. John.
Football runs
the show. That's what they say. Football runs the show. It's obvious his parents have connections. Even investigating, everybody I've talked to says that cannot be reversed. The only thing that could happen is maybe a judge disbarred and criminally charged, or the DA. So it has to be investigated. But as far as this guy, they're not going to change that. But he is on probation. So one screw up, and hopefully they can get him with that, because I think it's obvious that he's probably going to be a repeat offender. He has not learned his lesson. While he had a PFA and he violated that while he was looking at the 78 years. So sounds like to me he very well possibly could do it again. Okay, so on to London Valdez. And yes, it's who you know in deep pockets. I agree with you all the way. Okay, so on Brittany's Facebook, she says that she was going to meet with attorney Buddy Leach, asking for prayers, and she was nervous. Well, she came back with, my meeting with District Attorney Buddy Leach went well, and I feel a little more at peace. That's all I can say for now. So I don't know exactly what that means. I'm going to assume Buddy Leach didn't tell her anything different than he said all along. But I guess we'll wait and see. And then November 5th, they're having to join the rally in Stillwater to bring attention. Ooh, what? Hold on. I got an ant in here. What the hell? I don't do ants. Sorry. Ooh, it was a big old ant, too. Scared the daylights out of me. You can pull a gun on me, I won't get scared. Let an ant crawl across the bed, and I'm going to get to smashing the ant. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing good. Doing good. You know, there's one thing you can always sit back and say, oh, this would never happen to me, type of thing. When you do that, sometimes the justice system isn't held accountable. So speaking up, I'm still looking for that ant. He got away from me. It's not cool. Anyway, you always got to speak up. Bring attention to it. Other than that, you know, there's not a lot we can do but speak up. All right, so I don't know about you guys, but it's been raining here, 54 degrees, yucky, very yucky. Really didn't do hardly anything today. Did a little bit of bacon, made a homemade pizza, and that's about it. Rick's watched football all day. So again, Christoper should be here any minute. We can talk about it a bit. And if nothing else, I can talk to Christoper about it later. But we were talking about Cole Twombly and whether or not Cole or Tad might plea before November 5th, before the arraignment. I think there's a good possibility that could happen. I really do. I think that they got a lot of evidence on them. So we'll see. We'll see if they plea. But Christoper was talking about, I'm trying to pull it up for you guys. Christoper was talking about how he'd seen in the paperwork that Corey was trying to get Cole the same deal she got. And if you guys remember, at the pretrial hearing, he waived his right to a preliminary hearing. He waived his right at the last minute, Cole did, to the preliminary hearing. Oh, God. That ant. I wish it wasn't on live. I'd be smacking the hell out of that thing. Whew. Let's see here. I'm going to see if I can't bring it up for you. There we go. And I dug, and I found it yesterday, and I sent it to Christoper and told him, yep, you're right. You're absolutely right. But here it is. And yes, back to my last comment, Jezebel, that's correct. Just because it hasn't happened to you doesn't mean it isn't happening. Be vigilant for everyone's sake. It takes a community. Absolutely. Like many of you folks, you're not in that area no more, but you got family, you're from that area. So you're going to speak up. You're vested in this case. I get it. get it all the way. But back to Christoper. Let me see if I can get this off of here. There we go. Get this off the screen. So I did find it. And of course, I believed him. I did believe him. But here's Cole's paperwork. And in the bottom left corner, you can see where it's handwritten, waived to the maximum of life suspended, all but 30 years. And that is exactly what Cole got, if you guys remember. So why is this written on Cole's paperwork? Was he thinking about that same plea deal? Was he trying to get that same plea deal? Why did this get written on his paperwork on December 18th? So, but Christoper absolutely was right about that. As we see, can you guys hear me? Hopefully you guys can hear me. StreamYard is acting really weird. Really weird. So, I have a strong feeling that they're going to plead before their arraignment. And I'm not going to say I'm not going to go for the arraignment. Oh, thank you for telling me you could hear me. Because it's usually it lights up and I can see it lighting up. It's not lighting up for me to be able to tell if you can hear me. But I'm not sure. I'm really torn on whether I want to go to Stillwater on November 5th or if I do want to go ahead and go to the arraignment. So still going to play that by ear. That's one good thing about having the bus, and the bus is ready to go, is it don't matter which place we go. We definitely have a place to stay. So I know Christoper is wanting to go to the arraignment if they still have it. He thinks something's going to pop up there. I don't know. When he gets here, he can tell you more about it. So I'm still open either way. I haven't really decided. I just know I'm going to be at one place or the other. That's my plan. Let's see here. I did see earlier that Jamaica's fixing to get hit with that hurricane, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. Got to keep them in our thoughts and prayers too. Looks like they're going to get hit hard. That hurricane seems to be bigger than all of Jamaica. So definitely keep them in our thoughts. See who else in here. Got quite a few people in here. It's good to see everybody. Christoper was here. As you see, he said that he was going to be out of his Bible study about 7:30. Deb C's always here. We love her. She likes to really investigate. We like that. And we got Robin here. It's good to see you, Robin. Jay Thomas from Greeley, Colorado. Yippee. Jezebel Witch says, good morning. It's her morning. I was like, morning? It's her morning. And hello, Flower Daisy. How are you? Hopefully you're doing great. I'm doing great. Just waiting to see which one I'll end up going to. If I'll go to Guyman for the arraignment. This week will probably tell us a lot. See if they plea. Tad Coleman and Cole Twombly. They're the last two. Hasn't taken a plea deal. So November 5th, they will be at their arraignment unless they plea deal before then. And as you see on the screen, this is Cole Twombly's paperwork. And Christoper was 1,000% right. It is written on Cole Twombly's paperwork. The same thing that got, is what Cora got. Let's see here. Doing great. Good to see you all. Good to see you. They will plea, in my opinion. I think so too. I think there's so much overwhelming evidence. I don't know how. Are they really going to risk a death penalty, or are they going to plea? I think Betty Leach filing for the death penalty the end of last week might help them make a plea. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. Haven't seen anything else about the Salisol case. That's where the mom of the kid came on, said her child had been abused on the school playground, sexually abused. Not sure about that. The parents of the accused came out and said that wasn't what happened. And after whatever happened, the kids all was still playing together. So we'll have to wait and see. Definitely going to keep our eyes on it because seems like everywhere, not just Oklahoma. I bring up Oklahoma a lot because a lot of people's from that area, and Oklahoma's got a lot of crazy shit that goes on. I mean, look at the Panhandle. You got Kevin McIntyre, who worked in McAllister, and he got grand jury indicted and got charged and pled to a lesser sentence. On the day he had court, there was a burglary at the drug task force office where he worked, and they investigated that burglary. Nothing was missing except the money that they say Kevin McIntyre had taken. Well, the only trouble he got into was for 3 years he couldn't be law enforcement. So he moved down there to the Panhandle. And guess what? He's got the same job, DA task force, the head guy. That wouldn't happen anywhere else, but it happens in Oklahoma. And did Buddy Leach know? Did he know that Kevin McIntyre had gotten all of that trouble in McAllister? And should he only got a denial for 3 years to be law enforcement? Should he have ever been law enforcement again? Kind of crazy. Hey, Hawkeyes, good to see you. Hey, everyone, making supper and listening and making pendants. Oh, that sounds like fun. Sounds like fun. It's just been a dreary day here, guys. The rain and the weather. It's just kind of been blah. And it's Sunday. Sundays are always kind of dreary anyway. And I'll be honest with you, Rick is kind of grouchy on Sundays. So I kind of leave him to do his thing. Yeah, how could Buddy Leach not know? Well, it's strange. Luckily, we have copies of the indictment because you can't get it on the internet anymore. Ever since we brought it to our attention, to everybody's attention, you can't find the actual indictment anymore. But we do have it. Hawkeye says, sunshine and 65 here today. I'm jealous because it's really here. What kind of pendants? Hawkeye's does healing stones. I hope I'm saying it right. Healing stones and minerals, and that's the company she owns. So I imagine she's doing pendants of some stones. Hawkeye says it's cooled down now. Hawkeye's, listen, I'm so proud of her. Business has really picked up for her. Hey, Brian Rambles, how are you? Much love. I'll drop the link for you. I know last time we were talking about something else and made it kind of hard. I'll drop it anyway if you're wanting to come up, Brian, because I felt like you really didn't get to talk last time, and I have no problem you coming up on the panel ever. Hopefully Brian's feeling good. It's a plus. He's on the screen. I feel sorry for Jamaica too. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. It's horrible. It looks like it's going to hit them hard. I did see where not Jamaica, Caribbean, they actually sent planes to get their students out of Jamaica. But I've been watching it, and it looks like it's going to be bad. It would definitely make you really think, for sure. Let's see here. I've been to Jamaica. As a matter of fact, hello. As a matter of fact, me and Rita went on a cruise, and we pulled up to Jamaica on Bob Marley's birthday. So needless to say, we had a really good time in Jamaica.
Did I choose?
You've protection, award-winning customer service.
That's me.
Gotta
That's
get
also
your
me.
commercials in.
Free returns, free exchanges, and free frame adjustments for life.
And how much more is that?
Oh, it's all included at Warby Parker.
So my glasses.
Still just $95.
Oh,
Surprise!
Surprise! Commercial. It's not YouTube. I have YouTube Premium.
Here's what's trending right now at #1, Hurricane Melissa. The Caribbean bracing for impact. Melissa expected to grow into a Category 5 monster, with Jamaica, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic in its sight. Officials say airports in Jamaica are now shut down. Meteorologist Jeff Vance has the latest track and timing. Jeff.
And we just got 5 o'clock Eastern update in. And the biggest change of this, really not much change in terms of strength and track, but significant little tidbit here. So Melissa's still a 4. We've upped the winds by 5 miles per hour on the sustained side. We've upped them by more, up to 175 mile per hour wind gusts right now. The change that I'm referring to is that there is a chance that once Melissa does strengthen, if and when that happens tonight, into a Category 5, that it may actually remain a Category 5 through the landfall. Also, something I want you to take note of here is the track. We've trended even further to the west coast of Jamaica now. So a little bit further away from Kingston, that's good news, but still expecting a landfall somewhere on the western half of the island early Tuesday morning. It'll be over the island by about Tuesday night. It moves up into eastern Cuba. Still a very powerful storm here, eventually through the Bahamas and up towards Bermuda by the time we get to the end of the week. So this just has a list of countries on its radar here, and it is just checking them off. So even though we're going to see a weaker storm at some point, still going to be effects from multiple nations as we get through the end of the week. Obviously, a hurricane warning for Jamaica, still for the southwestern portion of Haiti, the eastern tip of Cuba. That is a hurricane watch. I think the Cuba one's going to get upgraded at some point here. Just a menacing storm here. Catastrophic flooding, rainfall rates on the order of 1 to 2 feet, could even see higher than that. And you chalk that up to how slow the storm is moving. It's just crawling. That has been the reason it's been able to intensify so quickly here, because of how warm the Caribbean water is here. So that's going to cause flooding and landslides. You obviously have the flooding from a life-threatening storm surge. And you're also going to be talking about all of that wind that's probably going to knock out power. Talking about an order of months now as opposed to weeks. But just look at these numbers. They look made up. They look fake, right? 15 to 30 inches from Jamaica all the way again to the tip of Haiti and portions of Cuba. This is going to be a bad situation, Andrew. And by the way, as that storm heads on out to sea, it could actually help to amplify a coastal nor'easter along the East Coast as we approach Halloween. We'll talk more about that. But again, all eyes are on Melissa right now. We're going to first send it out.
Okay, so Hawkeyes, if you can hear me, Jezebel Witch wants to know what kind of stones you have, and is there a link to the pendants? I know she has a website. I don't know if the pendants are on there, so Hawkeyes, can you help her out? Let her know what's going on. Hey, official, how are you? Oh my God. Hey, oh my God, I'm so tired. I did a 14-hour stream. I wondered if people were doing a marathon over there. You're welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by, though. I really was excited. I really appreciate it. Well, we love you. We love you, Opie. And you got such great music. I wondered, hopefully you're not going through some hard times right now. That is a long time to go 14 hours. A very long time. Let's see here. Ooh. Nighthawk Minerals. Let's see. All right. I know. Skomachai did a live, 14-hour live. I went in there several times. Writing has been so healing, I bet. And you're good at it. You're really good at it. I'm glad you found something that you like doing and you're actually really good at it. So, let's see here. I think this might be it. Natural healing through natural energy, right minerals. See, she's got mud packs. She's got water stone. I don't see the pendants on here, but that's who you would have to reach out through this to her. So I don't see. Wait a minute. Here we go. Is this it? Maybe this is what she's making now. Double pendant, green stone and gray stone pendant on a leather necklace. That might be what she's making. But anyway, you can go to Nighthawks and check it out. She's got magnesium foot baths, hemp body butter, all kinds of good stuff. Go check it out. I do remember this ancient minerals, these flakes. She puts that in her hot tub. You don't have to use chlorine or any of that. Anyway. Absolutely. Go check her out. Okay, I'm back here. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, it's legit. That is Hawkeye's. That is her company. Okay, here we go. Hawkeye's. Okay, hold on. I got to make sure I get all the comments here. Skomochai says, well, with the chat, we made a new song and then it came out. Great people learned a lot, so I don't even feel the time passed by. I'm not going to lie. It went by like nothing. I know. I saw you in there. You were working away. Hawkeye says to Jezebel, there's photos on my Facebook page too. Also, I still have help making all of these today and night. I got slammed. Not ready to release the clip of where all the orders are coming from. There you go. Yes, she said she's been like overwhelmed. It's a good thing when you got a lot of business coming in. You're welcome. Jezebel, you're welcome. Oh, I don't mind doing it. Especially if somebody asks and you're part of this community. You're this family. Skomochai says, I love the packaging. It's like, oh, it's just so pleasing to look at. That's true. Safe to say, you probably use a water filter. My sister installed like a water filter. Her shower head and her hair got better. There you go. Yeah, she's got the filters too she uses on it. Very blessed. Absolutely. Absolutely. I haven't seen Christoper yet. I don't have a lot to talk about today. I really don't. I did want to get the paperwork on Cole Twombly though, because it was really bothering me. Because Christoper has a mind of an elephant. So when he was saying it was on there, I believed him. Absolutely believed him. And I can't figure out why on earth that that would have been written on Cole Twombly's if he wasn't thinking about taking that deal. I mean, it's a pretty weird place to write it. And on his court paperwork. Hawkeyes is going to go watch Krisha. I don't even know who Krisha is. Let's see here. And official says, my respect. Don't even know where to be able to even like the process of getting documents. One day. I'm not there yet. I'm still learning from the best. You guys. That's right. And that's all you can do is learn. Have you BB? It's been factual, difficult research. Have you heard about Atlas? What is Atlas? Official? I do not know what Atlas is and what you're trying to say. What is it? What's going on? What is Atlas? Does anybody know what Atlas is? Let's see here. What if I type in what is Atlas? Oh, you know it's Sunday. I don't know how many of you folks have Paramount Plus, or if you happen to have a Fire Stick that might be jailbroken. But have you guys ever watched Tulsa King? I love that show. Absolutely love it. Teach every time I'm live. I don't know about that, but I do try to catch you guys up on things and stuff we're following. Let's see here.
Give me a couple years.
I want to make sure it's pulling it up. This is really a good show. He spends his time in prison and he gets out and he ends up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Anyway, it's on every Sunday. It's a series.
I'm gonna own this city. At 26, I took an oath. You know the one. I've been asked if what I did was worth 25 years. Now, I'm gonna see if it was.
White and Fred, I want you to go to Tulsa.
You serious?
Need a cab? So, where to, boss?
You could earn like crazy. Whatever you want.
I need to see your books.
Are you from the government?
I just knocked your guard out, and you think I'm a CPA? I'm not being charged with almost getting shot, because I don't think that's a crime, even in Oklahoma.
What's an ex-mafia capo when in Tulsa?
And I figured that out, you'll be the second one to know.
I'm breaking amigo. You're precisely where you're supposed to be.
If you work for me, we'll be making money hand over fist. Nightclubs, discos.
A disco?
You're a sarcastic little prick, aren't you? Give me a couple years. I'm going to own this city. If anybody asks you what I do for a living, tell them I'm an industrialist.
What does that even mean?
My point exactly.
Anyway, I like Tulsa King. We're on the 3rd season. I'm all caught up. I haven't seen today. So, Lollipop, it's good to see you. How's your daughter and how's the grandkids? I know you had your hands full. Hopefully things has gotten better. Christopher's here. Let me drop the link for you, Christopher. Or anybody that wants to come on panel, you're welcome to come up. And as far as what you shared, Opie, he looks great. Like how his makeup, his plastic surgery does not look so plastic. You know, I know you're on TikTok a lot. Do you ever see him on TikTok? Is that him that's doing them lives? I mean, it looks like him, sounds like him. I don't know. Hello, Christopher. Hello, Christopher. Atlas. Welcome in, Christopher.
Hello, how are you doing?
I am doing great. How was church?
Oh, pretty good. You're getting it in the old chapters in the Bible, and it's pretty, what do you say, rule taking back then.
Right.
Leviticus. It's pretty hard sections to stomach, actually. Like, whoa, yeah, we're never going to be able to live up to all this.
Right.
Yeah. So how's everything going with
good.
you?
It's good. I was just talking about Cole's paperwork from the.
Yeah, see, that was the one, and doesn't that look like his handwriting? Or
I don't know whose handwriting it is, but it's somebody's.
Yeah, like I say, I think it looks like his. Or,
it's definitely somebody's handwriting. Looks like the pen he was using for sure.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
It looks like a thicker pen. If you look at his signature and that writing, it looks like a pretty thick pen. But
yeah,
so does the December 18th. So.
That's what I think.
But it was driving me nuts. It was driving me nuts because I know if you said you saw it, you saw it. I believed it. So I had to find it.
And I wonder why that hasn't been. I mean, that paperwork's already there. Why you think they're not honoring that or honoring his plea of saying whatever,
What I think happened now, this is just, you're asking what I think. This is what I think happened. I think they were shocked that Cora took that plea, and that's when it was read, her plea. was that
Right.
day. And if you remember, he waved at the last, he was there. He waved at the last minute. They walked him out of
Right.
there. So did his attorney wasn't paying attention, just wrote on whatever was close? Because that is the deal she got.
Right.
You see what I'm
That's what I-
saying?
Yeah,
Very
that's why I
well
thought he.
wanted to write down the deal she was getting, and that's for some reason the only thing that was sitting there for her to write it on. I don't know.
Right. Kind of what I thought. But like I said, now they're saying that he hasn't. You know, he's still the last one. Well, you obviously this paperwork wasn't authorized or what? There's a judge's signature on there too. Huh?
Right, but that's just a little note that they wrote. Like again, I think they were writing what Cora was getting, and why they wrote it there is beyond me. Like I can't explain that part at all. But it's not in a formal way for it to be Cole's.
Right.
And maybe his attorney wrote it on here because she knew she'd be able to go back and look exactly, what was said to try to think about whether or not he wanted to do a plea. But I do believe that the death penalty being filed last week for Tad Colum and Cole Twombly is going to make a difference in their plea. I think they'll plea.
I would think so. I mean, there's no way that really either one of them could get out of it if they wanted to actually go this way. Especially not him, not Tad for sure. Boy, I think Cole was a lot more involved than what he was letting on to.
Right.
I seen some testimony there of Paul's that kind of included him a little more than what they was thinking. So makes me wonder.
True.
Like I said, though, we definitely have paperwork that's signed by a judge, so he's seen it. I would think, unless he signed it first and all the rest
Well,
of it.
I mean,
So,
I don't think so. I mean, I think because there's a court stamp on there, so that he would have signed it with it on there. But again, it might have been explained to him, this is what Cora got, and we wanted to keep track of it.
Right.
Very possible, because that is what she got. So Flower Daisy's asked in the chat if there was a time frame for the death penalty, and AI says no, there is no time frame for filing for the death penalty in Oklahoma. The statute of limitations for murder, including capital murder, does not apply, and prosecution can be commenced at any time after the death. However, there are rules regarding the scheduling of executions, such as intervals between executions and the requirement for 35-day notice. So no, looks like they can file for the death penalty as long as the case falls within the guidelines for death penalty, which this one did. Looks like they can file at any time.
Yeah, there shouldn't be no time restraints on any of that for sure. They're just, honestly, I take it as the county is telling them, okay, you guys are the last ones dragging your feet. We got deals signed with everybody else and they're scheduled for sentencing.
So Christopher, maybe you remember this, Jezebel, which says there was something, though I don't remember everything, but I remember Rock saying something as to why it wouldn't happen for Cole. The only reason I was saying that it wouldn't happen for Cole is him and Tad are trying to say that they wasn't as involved, like Christopher said. They wasn't as involved as they really were. And tried to, let's see, the best example I can give is, man, I hate to even give this example because this is the absolute worst that could happen. So I'm just going to throw it out there. Casey Anthony, we all know she was guilty as hell. Okay. But what happened was prosecution tried to go for too high of a penalty for her, a first-degree murder or whatever it was. And even though the jury knew she was guilty, they couldn't get it to fall under the first-degree murder, so she walked. You definitely don't want that happening.
Right. Yeah.
Did you follow
Anthony? No, I didn't follow that one.
Oh, I definitely did, and man, I thought it was a slam dunk. And anyway, she's free.
Right. Yeah, they
Free,
tried to
free
go
to walk.
too.
And that's happened a lot. If they try to
Mhm.
overcharge, I mean, the
That's where I could
PA
see
has to
where
really be careful.
Cole definitely would be overcharged, I believe, right now with the
Yeah, see, I
sentences.
kind of feel that way too. Even though I feel they're as guilty because they knew, but how do they fall in the death penalty?
Yeah, the
I mean,
conspiracy
Pat,
got
I
him.
can get it, but Cole, if he
Right.
was just a standby person, he's still guilty. But how's he get the death penalty for that? I don't know.
I think they're just trying to get him to do something because they amended Granny's charges that she pleaded to, drop some, and that you know these guys haven't even made an offer. That's the way it sounds.
Jezebel, which I should do better. She says, I wish we knew when this conversation happened and Rock's lives were cataloged. Yeah, I mean, I can go back and dig through them. Hey, Journey, how are you?
I can't remember that one now. Like I say, I don't think he would qualify for as the death penalty.
Flower Daisy says that's what she's worried about too. She's worried they're going to try to overcharge them and they won't.
That would be exactly. I could see that being a big concern.
Yeah, Jezebel says that's been a concern, especially with Sally Jesse talking photos and shit. Yeah, I'm just saying, if they do try to overcharge at least Cole, I mean, there's a possibility of them walking, and maybe that's what they're banking on. I mean, I don't really know. We can only guess right now.
Right.
Lollipop says I don't either, Christopher.
Yeah, I don't. Like I say, I'm thinking they need a lot more details as to what was actually going on before they can really properly charge. That's why I'm thinking they're going to try. I don't know. I think they're going to try to put them up on the stand and get some more information out of them on the 5th.
Right.
Or somebody.
Well,
you know.
No, they won't go on the stand. Are you trying to say Cole and Tad? There's no way they'll take the stand.
No, I'm talking Paul and Cora.
Cora. Yeah, Paul and Cora is the only ones that can actually give testimony.
Right. That's two, I think.
Have to, which is stupid.
Yeah, well, Granny should have. Yeah, Granny should have had the same thing, but if they're going to drop charges off her, yeah, I guess they're just looking at hooking her. So, which they got her. She ain't never going to walk a free day.
Right, and Cora, you know, since she was the first one who flipped, she did get a way better deal. I mean, she has the possibility of after 40 years getting out.
Yeah, and she's only in her 40s, so she live a right life. She'd still get out and be kicking good, you know.
Right. I do want to say this, you know, this is an entertainment channel, and yes, we follow real cases, but these are our opinions. Every time I have an opinion about something, people say, "Oh, Rock's just trying to give them a way out of this case." No, it's not. It's just simple things that possibly could happen in the case that we want to bring to the front. We can only hope for justice. And listen, Flower Daisies, you're right, especially when Cora said he wasn't involved until very late in the planning. She thinks Cole will walk, and that's possible. It's sad. Yeah. And listen, if there's one thing, is I'm going to tell you guys how I really feel. I'm not going to hide it from you, and I'm not just going to say what you want to hear. I feel there's a possibility, too, they could get overcharged and walk.
Yep. Definitely.
And that's not me trying to help them. That's just me being logical. I mean, my gosh, it happened with Casey Anthony.
Yeah, they got a lot to prove to get to what they got Cole charged with now. You know, his charges definitely need to be amended.
Yeah, Deb C says, I agree at Flower Daisies, or he gets less time. That's the plan, is what it sounds like to me. That's the route they're trying to go. He is an accessory, but for the death penalty for being an accessory, I don't know.
I think that's a little steep.
I do too. And that's why I'm saying it's happened in the past when we knew people were guilty, but they tried to charge them of too high of a charge, and the jury just couldn't find the, I don't even know how to say it, the evidence that leads to putting them in this certain category. Because every category, Christopher, you know, first degree, second degree, manslaughter. I mean, they all have different things to put them in that category.
Yeah, I don't see they're gonna have to definitely amend him. The way I took it, he didn't even go to the actual attack site, or he was up on the hill, didn't even drive down there.
Right. But he was at Beasley's. And what all did he do there? And he knew they were in that freezer, and he knew they were bearing that freezer. Because if I remember right, wasn't it Cole that gathered up the clothes?
Yes, took clothes to them and got the other stuff and put in the freezer. That's what I was told.
Well,
That
I
was
think
part of
that's how it came out. So he obviously he knew everything that was going on.
No. Like I say, they definitely stopped in the middle of getting the whole thing out of them, you know. Guess I should have got a lot deeper with what testimony they was getting out of those two.
Absolutely. Judge Will says, can you get life without breathing for air ever? You don't know. Again, you know, I would think the family, yeah, they want to be able to go on, but I wonder what the family thinks about the Cooks, about Paul Grice's wife. What about Twombly's son? The one that said he could shoot us from a long ways away. I mean, I still think there was plenty of others that knew this was going on. They knew it was going to happen. That's what I think. And they also know when it happened, and they didn't say anything. Why is them people not getting charged?
Definitely the babysitters. So I bet Grandma didn't drop them off and say she was going to bingo. Hey, I'm gonna go to bingo for the night. Can you watch the kids? Yeah.
Is anybody going to try to tell us that when they were meeting on Wednesdays and Sundays, whether it be at the Twombly's or at the Cooks's, that the Cooks didn't hear these conversations? I don't care if they said they didn't in the driveway. They were pretty hot and bothered about doing this, right? They were gung-ho. I guarantee you that led into their meetings too, not just in the driveway. That's my opinion.
Right. Yeah, I would think anybody that was there would have had the idea of what was going on.
And I feel like it's something that they probably talked about every time they saw each other. Every time.
Yeah, she was definitely convinced. So
for sure. You know, and this case is really sad. I mean, it's really sad. There's, again, you know, we've got to speak up, because I feel like Department of Children's Services, I think it needs a whole revamping, and I mean in every state. But you have cases out there, and you have SA, and you have cases, and say Department of Children's Services comes in, and they do reports, 3 of them, and they're substantiated, and nothing gets done. There's a problem there.
Big time.
Now, does that mean what happened here? Okay, absolutely not. I've said from the get-go, I do not agree with it at all. But I'm going to go with Tiffany's attorney with that 26-page document exists.
That's sure what he said. And that was early.
Yeah, Flower Daisies. Wrangler, you know, this is crazy, because Wrangler never lost his kids. He went to rehab, okay? But if you guys remember back, Tiffany had the kids before that. She wouldn't even let Wrangler pick them up. When he would go to pick up the kids, she would call the sheriff and some other Ellie in that area. Kevin McIntyre's one of them. And they wouldn't let Wrangler pick his kids up. So she was even keeping them from Wrangler too. Keeping the kids from him. Anyway, so he gets set up. Supposedly he had a gun in his hand. I want to say it was a paintball gun. Either way, there was a video of him shooting a gun, and that's why he ended up back in jail and them charges.
Mm-hmm.
Felon with a weapon. And that sounds like it was a setup to me. But anyway, so he goes through while he's in treatment. His mother goes and unalives his baby mama. And the supervisor that's supposed to be doing the supervised visitations. Wrangler gets through his treatment, and he just recently got and that's a 13-hour drive for him. He actually got to go see the kids for an overnight visit. First one in all this time. On the 15th.
Wow.
And he wants his kids. He wants his kids. Wrangler wants his kids. And he deserves them. And they deserve him. They deserve to have their dad. Hopefully they get it all worked out.
Yeah, I think Cole was in on that amble too. That's what I thought I had seen that Paul testified to. Like
I
he was
did
wanting
do all that.
because I know that he was out practicing with them.
I don't remember him being there when they were practicing it either. But I do remember them practicing it. They talked about how they practiced it.
Yeah. That's when I thought I was pretty sure that Cole was involved then.
Well, that'll be another thing, because I did pull out all my books and the paperwork's in there, and we'll go over that Tuesday. I'll find the exact thing, and I'll go through every bit of his testimony from December. I'll go through Cora's and Paul's and see what we got, and then I'll bring it to you guys and show you. Yes, Deb C says, yes, CW said in her paperwork that Cole was there in February. And that's what you were saying, Christopher.
Okay, there was several places that showed up in there that was showing that he was definitely involved from way back, you know. He at least had an idea what they were doing. He wasn't the one standing in the back of the truck, but I think they was trying to get Paul to do that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You stand in the back of the truck and you throw the anvil. Can we see what else we can get you to do?
That's just crazy. That is just all kinds of crazy.
I'm telling you, okay, I'll go down on my record that I promise you he was promised, or Granny was doing something with him, or I don't care what anybody. There's no way you convince somebody that easily to do this amount without something. There's no way.
I agree.
Yep. Yeah.
Well,
wow.
we're getting closer. We're getting closer.
And the murder trial in Wabass, or is that Wakassie or Waukesha, maybe?
She's on here. She can tell us about it. Hey, Journey.
Hey, everyone. Yeah, sorry about the other night. The old internet went out. I couldn't even get back on. And then I was going to tell you on my phone, and my phone was dead. I didn't charge it. I forgot to put the charger on it. And it took forever for the internet to come back on. It must have been a good hour.
Yeah, I lost my
Well, tell us
internet
about the
today.
case. Go ahead.
What?
My internet today too. A guy, well, he went to Texas, took his internet with him. Said, "Well, you could have told me that." Because I paid him for a couple months. Oh, it's been one of them days. So what's that murder trial you say got started there?
Okay, we got a murder trial that happened in late August 2022 here, just about 5 miles away from me. in Delafield on Gulf Road. But this
But we're
is where it
talking
happened.
Wisconsin, right? Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, Waukesha, Wisconsin, where I live. I live in Waukesha.
Good.
And, you know, I live in Waukesha where the Daryl Brooks and the Jesse trial was going on, the eye drop murder and Daryl Brooks. That's the same courthouse, same area, Waukesha. Well, anyway, he had, Stephanie was his long-term girlfriend on and off for like 20 years. Well, anyway, in August, they were seen leaving the apartment, and apparently he had an appointment at that office, you know, where the body was found. He's seen coming back. He left with her, and she's carrying a cup, you know, for water or whatever, and because it was hot in August, and her bag and everything. Well, anyway, when he comes back, she's not with him, and he's carrying her bag and cup, okay? But she's not with him, right? So she's not heard of her. She's not answering her phone or anything like that, and they report her missing. Her daughter saying that, you know, she's got mail or a parcel outside her door and everything like that. And well, it was late in about 9th of September. They had workers at the back, you know, trimming the trees and everything like that, because there's a little small golf course at the back of these buildings on Gulf Road, right? And there's trees, and it's all kept nice. Do you know what I mean? Because they got businesses all along there. And it's right by the freeway, 94. And so, in the meanwhile, he didn't report her missing. He never called anybody, say, hey, have you seen her? But what he was doing was looking at the newspaper online, the obituaries. And he was doing all kinds of things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was supposed to be going to therapy at this place. And he has therapy. I don't even know what he was having therapy for. But her body was found just across the parking lot in the bushes where he was having therapy. Well, anyway, on this particular day when they found the body, right, on the 9th of September, he just happened to be having therapy that day again. I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, so they talked to him and stuff like that. And they let him go. They questioned him and they let him go. For 1 year, they didn't arrest the man. For 1 year. And then they did arrest him. And he was playing, playing the system. He was playing the system. And he didn't have a lawyer. He didn't even get a lawyer. They didn't even give him a lawyer. So the case was getting delayed. Well, anyway, yeah. So apparently, he's been accused of killing the girlfriend, dumping her body in a wooded area, and not calling the police. Charges of, messing with the corpse, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But he's denied. But this man is guilty as hell. Okay, you know it. He's guilty as hell. And yeah, so now with all the hearings and motions they've been filing, it kept on getting delayed. So this trial was supposed to start in April, right, of this year. And they had the jury, they had everything going, and just got stopped. And now, here we are, Monday, tomorrow. We go. Jury's been picked. The trial starts tomorrow. So this is a high-profile murder case, and, Court TV and everybody will be there, just like they were with Daryl Brooks and everybody. And
what time are you going live, Journey? What time are you going live on your channel tomorrow?
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to
ID
watch
share
the trial.
sharing it right now.
I'm going to watch the trial. I'm not going to go there tomorrow. I'm not going to go there tomorrow, but I'm going to go down there sometime.
Oh, you're going to go
And-
actually to the trial in person.
Oh yeah, like I did, went down there with the Jesse and everything. It's not even 10 miles from me, the courthouse downtown. 10 miles.
Okay. Mama Lost Rhonda wants to know, Journey, I lived in Antigo for a few years back in the 80s. Do you know where that is?
Where?
Antigo.
Oh, Antigo. Where is that? In Jamaica?
No, I think in Wisconsin there is what she's saying.
Oh, I don't know. I've never heard of Antigo. Let me see. You sure that she said Wisconsin?
Well, she was talking about that area.
Yeah, Journey, I lived in Antigo for a few years back in the late 80s.
Oh, there's so many names of county. I wouldn't even know where it is. I've never heard of it. Let me see. A-N.
Tigo.
And yes, Jezebel Witch says, one thing that bothered me about those country folk talking about the panhandle is that they're not respectful of the life of animals like dogs and cats. They're just animals, mentality. Yeah, if you remember when CW went and told on them and was at her dad's, and Cora and Cole went to get her, he went back and shot her dog.
Bro.
Oh, you know where she is? She's a long way from me. She's 175 miles, 3 hours and 14 minutes.
Well, she's actually in Colorado now, but this was back in the 80s. She was just letting you know she was from that area in the 80s.
No, she is going up north. She's nearer Canada. She went up north. She's past Appleton. That's where she was on Highway 10 at Warsaw. Oh, she was near Warsaw. I've heard of Warsaw. She's near Warsaw, right? She can hear me, right?
Yeah, she can hear you.
You were near Warsaw. What's that echo? Is that me?
I don't hear echo.
Oh, well, I can hear an echo. Somebody's got their mic on or something. Scratching something. Because I've turned your YouTube down so I don't get an echo.
Do you guys hear an echo? Because I don't hear an echo. I don't hear it.
No,
you
I
hear
can
it,
hear a lot of.
I don't.
Oh, I can hear a lot of scratching.
I don't hear it. I really don't.
Oh, that's why I thought it was me when I was talking. I thought, well, it can't be me because I turned your YouTube down. I think it's Chris. He's got a YouTube on.
No, I don't have anything on.
Oh, we got to blame Rock then. That's her. She's the only one left.
I don't have any YouTube going, but weird. I don't know. I do know that I keep saying I'm going to go to West because Rick goes every couple years for training at the brewery. And
yeah, in Milwaukee, right?
Yeah, and I always say I'm going to go, and then at the last minute, I'm like, I don't want to go. It's too damn cold there for me.
Yeah, but what time does he? He goes different times of the year, like, or does he mostly go in winter?
No, seems like when they give the classes, it's always winter.
Oh, it seems that way. Yeah.
Yeah, and last time he was there, it was extremely cold too. Nobody else says they hear that echo. I don't see anybody saying they hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it again. It was doing it again. It might be my speaker. It might be my phone again.
Jezebel Witch says, I feel like if they have no respect for life of animals, they don't have respect for life for anything. I agree. I agree. Just the people that did this to Veronica and Julian. Cole, for one.
Oh, yeah. To do that?
He just killed the girl's dog, too, like it was nothing.
Did she have her dog with her?
Okay, so no, Cora's daughter went to the police and then ended up going to her dad's. And Cole and Cora went and tried to get her. And when they couldn't get her, when they got back to their house, CW had a dog. And Cole killed that dog, is what we've been told.
Oh. Yeah.
Like to get even.
Yeah, He's definitely twisted. The whole group is.
And that's one thing I want to bring too. Tiffany had them 2 Great Pyrenees and another dog. And just remember, she's got another son that actually lives at the house that she had. The son lives there. So I'm sure them animals are taken care of because her
What
other
kind of
son.
house does she have? What kind of house does she have? Like land? Is it nice? Is it fancy? Is it just an old rundown? Or what
I
is it?
thought they were run down. I thought every house down there in that area seemed run down.
Oh, yeah, like they've been there a long time. It's like a wooden house, isn't it? Like a shack in the Wild
It's
Wild
not a
West.
shack, but I mean, down there, down in the Panhandle, you'll see a lot of old buildings that look like I don't even know how they're staying up because
Right.
all the walls are gone and stuff. There's a lot, and instead of like taking the tractors and taking them to a junkyard, their place is the junkyard. You'll see tractors that's so old that just sit there and cars. Am I saying that right, Christopher?
Yeah, it'd be junkyards everywhere. They don't get rid of nothing. If they had somewhere to store it, they'd have it in on the shelf on the counter.
And their houses in that area seem way old. Like it's not like it's new housing additions in this area.
Right.
No.
They'll stay like that until somebody buys up all the land and it'll all be gone.
I would classify it as older country houses. Like Tad's, I don't believe his had a basement, but it had 2 levels. But I do know that Tiffany's house had a basement. So just a little ranch house.
Oh, she had
Nothing fancy.
But they're like farmhouses, aren't they? Old farmhouses. Like the property's been in the family for a long time, those kind of houses.
Definitely.
You
See,
can
that's the
tell.
thing. I don't know how much you know about the Panhandle, but that little area actually was owned by Texas. But after I want to call it the 6th degree mark, anyway, you couldn't have slaves. And so they gave up that land, and for a long time, that's why it was called lawless, because nobody claimed that little Panhandle, that little clip there. And
No?
finally, no.
Oh,
And the federal government came and said, whoa, too much shit's happening here. So Oklahoma claimed it. But it's still lawless, if you ask me. But not like it used to be. Back in the day, that's where you went to gamble, and there was killings, everything happened there in the Panhandle. That's why it was no man's land.
That's what they say about going into the federal. Is it the federal land? When you can go onto the federal lands, you can go. If you go in to commit murder, go take them there. You can't get charged. Something like that. There's a place where you can go. It's something like that. It's somewhere where you.
I know there's one place. It's on the south side of Yellowstone, and it's because there's no population in the country, so they couldn't put a jury together. They can't charge anybody there.
That's right. I knew it was somewhere up there, like up in those.
It's on the south side of Yellowstone.
Yeah. You can take, if you want to murder somebody, you can go up there and you can't be charged.
That's where the train station is, right? At the train station?
I don't know about a train station. I know it's a 20-some mile patch that runs
only a little bit.
Did you not watch Yellowstone?
Oh, no, I didn't actually.
See, I love Yellowstone, and anytime they wanted to get rid of a body, they called it the train station. They took them to the train station.
I called it no man's land, man. You go to no man's land. You're going to no man's land.
Actually, there's nothing you can be charged there. No way to be charged with a felony there.
Right. Yeah.
Because
And I
there's
can't
no way.
believe it. It doesn't
Get away
matter.
with anything. It'd be just
Wherever
right.
you are in the United States, it doesn't matter what it's on. Federal is still government, and it doesn't matter. You still should be charged if you get caught. You know what I mean?
They'll figure out a way, but that's weird. That's weird.
Is weird.
Let me just tell you
So there
the
is
other
a
side of
place, and
Yellowstone radio.
I don't know if everybody knows about it. I don't know. You can end their life there, but I guess you can dump a body there too.
Exactly. Yeah, there wouldn't be nobody there to find it, but
Well, back to the 5, that's what they was banking on, is burying them bodies and never being found.
Mhm.
That was their whole plan.
Yeah, and they thought they had it pulled off.
And where did that freezer come from? Did they ever say, was it one of theirs? Did they go buy it? Where did the freezer come from?
I don't know if they
I
ever
believe
got
it.
that.
I think it was Tiffany's, and it was an old freezer she had.
Oh, it was Tiffany's, you think?
Yeah, because they never showed they showed where she bought the phones, the stun guns, the straps. If she'd have purchased a freezer, it'd have been on there.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a new one. It wasn't working. What?
Oh, no.
Didn't
But I just wondered if they picked it up from a junkyard. Did they go to the Goodwill?
That's
Did
what
they
I'm
go
telling you.
anywhere?
In that area, if your freezer or your refrigerator quits working, you'll see it out in their freaking yard or out in their pasture. They don't haul shit off down there. It don't seem to me. Everything's all
Yeah.
piled up. When we was looking for Veronica and Jillian, that's some of the craziest shit I saw out there. They
So
just
they
don't
could
get
have
rid.
just picked it up, right? They could have just picked it up.
No sense in
I,
it.
yeah, I think it was something they had, and the reason they put them in a freezer, because they're trying to seal it. Trying to seal the bodies is just throwing the bodies in there, having some kind of seal. That's what the freezer was for.
Yeah, but the thing is, they did go awfully long out of their way to dig a hole when they could have just dug a 10 feet hole and threw the bodies in there. They didn't need a refrigerator. Why did they do that?
No, the freezer was to
The
contain the
smell.
smell. Yeah,
The
it was
smell.
trying to.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying the freezer would seal. Okay, once it's
Oh,
shut, it
yeah.
would be sealed. So that
No,
keeps
I
the smell from
understand
coming
that.
out.
Yeah, I understand that. But you can get a lot of different stuff to put on bodies that will deter the smell. And 10 feet under, ain't nobody getting to those. You could put them
Flower
in a
Daisy
bag.
says.
A bag 'em?
Flower Daisy says it's common in that area. Non-working freezers are used to store things like grain, guns, whatever.
A worm
They do
farm,
make
whatever.
use of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they do make use of their freezers and stuff. If it ain't good for one thing, it'd be good for something else, right?
Yeah, keep the rats and the mice out of their grain and feed. Yeah,
Yeah, and then keeps the wildlife away too, like bears or anything if you got any.
for sure.
Yeah,
They
because
thought that freezer was going to be there for a while. They did it right in the dam. That's like the dam section of a pond. That's what was crazy.
now who did they get first when they kind of found the bodies? Who did they go to first? Can't remember. Who was like arresting them first?
Oh, they think they arrested them all about the same time.
Except for Paul, the last one.
Yeah, Paul wasn't there.
Right. So they got all 4 at the same time?
I believe they did some raids at all of the places at once.
Yeah, that's what I think so too.
They did.
So they had a team hitting Tad's house while they were hitting Tiffany's house, while they were hitting Cole's house. That's what I think. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, I think they did hit them all at one time, didn't they? Because they got them all in one day, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yes,
they got
they
them all within a few hours of each other.
Well, if you remember, Granny was at she was at that cell phone store there in Guyman.
Yeah.
The kids were in the car, and she had taken that stuff in there to get it fixed. And the owner of that store had called OSBI, and so when she went to pick up them phones, she got arrested. But it all happened all at once, like they all got arrested the same day.
Yeah, they had to do it that way so nobody could contact each other, so others could run, right, or something.
Right. And Jezebel, you're right. I think they didn't want any wildlife disrupting the area. Plus, they didn't want cadaver dogs to detect the bodies.
Yeah, exactly.
But they didn't bring any
but
dogs
you know what?
to detect it. It's crazy.
Yeah, but they didn't took any dogs up there, did they? And no dogs smelt it, did they?
No dogs, no drones. Hell, they hardly even looked for them.
So, how did they how did they know that the bodies were there? Because the owner of the land said they were doing something.
No. I think they did it with the phone pings.
Yep,
And I
it
think it's
was.
proven it was done with the phone pings.
It was done by the phone pings. Exactly. Phone pings led them to the area.
Ah, the phone pings did there. So they're stupid, aren't they? Stupid criminals.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
remember the paperwork had the phone pings in it, because that's why I was in front of Tad's. I didn't even know it was Tad's. I was trying to be in front of Tad's when that gun got pulled on me. I was trying to go from there to where they unalived him, because they said, I want to say it was 12 minutes, and I wanted to see if I could, what places I could get to in 12 minutes from L Road.
Right.
At the time, we didn't know about Beasley's.
And what was along there? What was there in 12 minutes?
What do you mean? It's just a bunch of rural area. I mean, there is a few
Just
cattle out
land.
there still. Just land, yeah.
Just land in a road, right?
Yeah, there's cattle out there, quite a bit of cattle, pigs.
Oh.
There's several pig farms.
Oh yeah, but apart from the animals in the land, it's nothing. It's just you're like.
Well, I don't know,
traveling
because
farmland.
they even have a marijuana grow operation out there.
Yep.
Ah.
Yeah.
See, that would scare me too, going around those kind of places, because they think you're a thief or something.
Oh yeah.
You know, do you
Well,
know
the
what I mean?
marijuana place had guards there at the marijuana place.
Well, yeah, you have to. Yeah. And you wouldn't want to go near them because you could get shot at for some reason.
Right.
Like that one in California is massive. That one they got in LA near there. That's a massive one. You know, if you ever got into that business, you'd be making mucho money, because the government gives you grants for it.
Right.
Well, it's got to be legal though, but damn. But you still get a government deal, federal government deal, you're earning the bucks.
Well, they're saying the Chinese is the ones that's running the marijuana farms there. Chinese organized crime.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's going to stop
Chinese
because they're
marijuana farms.
Well, what they're doing is they're saying the Chinese kept trying to stop them buying any property, any land, or anything in this country.
They sure are trying to buy it up for sure.
That's what Trump wants to stop for sure. It's been too many.
Go ahead.
It's been too many group areas they seem to be focusing on. That's what the biggest thing is finally starting to show. Real close to military bases. I mean, it's like supposedly they're going to start a nuclear plant here in Kansas somewhere. They're talking about now.
You don't never trust them because you can't trust people like that in our country. You gotta no. That's how they go under. Do you know what I mean? They're undercover. They lay dormant till the time is right. They could wait 20 years, but they wait till the time is right. Yeah, they were buying land here in Wisconsin, I think, at one time. That's a no-no. That went out the window.
Christopher, do you remember that Deb thinks there might have been a knife missing too, that they got Paul Grice's knife, but what happened with Tad's?
Exactly. No, they never did find it. They didn't find Paul's either, I don't think. Was there one?
I thought they had one knife. For some reason, I thought there was a knife.
There was one in the freezer, huh? I can't remember that. That was a long time ago when we read the list of what come out of that freezer.
No, they found a knife and a sheath. There was no way they both used the same knife.
Yeah, but whose knife and sheath was it though? Whose did it belong to? Or didn't they cop to that? They didn't cop to that.
Well, what she's saying is one of the weapons is still missing. There's a knife missing.
Right.
If you guys remember, Jillian had her gun, but the clips was left. Where's her gun? Where did Jillian's gun go?
She said she had one.
She had
She
one in
always
her
carried one, and they had the clips was in her purse. Why would you carry clips and not have your gun?
I may sound like the type of people that will never go out without their guns.
Yeah, well, it's an open carry state. So is Kansas. So it's
Yeah.
not unusual for somebody to have their gun on their hip here, especially out there. But I'm going to
That's
tell
what I'm
you,
saying.
there was several farmers, and I even made remarks about it. They're carrying AR-15s in their combines and shit. And I said, what's that for? And they said, for wolves and shit. No, they think something else is going to happen, not just a damn wolf. That's a lot of power, an AR-15.
Well, yeah, because most people back in the day just had their rifle.
Well, and that's not a hunting rifle. That'll just destroy anything.
Yeah, that'll blow
It's
your
not a
head off.
hunting rifle.
Clean off. No, it's not a hunting knife. That's just, you know, a true hunter will kill an animal the right way, right? But if you got something like an AK, that you meaning you're waiting for a war. Well, they do, but there are misfits. They don't believe in the government. So there you go.
The government's trying to convince us that Charlie Kirk got shot with 30-06. I don't believe that.
I don't know what to believe with all that. Holy cow.
Well, do you remember what he said? He said he bought one of those cheap, what you call it, telescopes for your rifle, because he used his grandfather's rifle, and he put one of them cheap scopes on it so we could see far. He said it only cost him a few dollars.
Who said that? Because did he speak?
It was in some kind of, he said it somewhere, some statement. I read it, you know, like in a text or to his friend, or I think he was talking to his boyfriend when, you know, the phone text or whatever. I think it was in there. He was saying he was worried about, you know, that was his grandfather's gun. That was his rifle, you know. So I was thinking, damn, that must be real old. What the hell? It didn't sound like it was real old. Do you know what I mean? It sounded powerful. Because you hear the gunshot, it sounded, well, it did sound like it was coming from a distance. But he said it was, yeah, it's my grandfather's gun. Yeah.
Jezebel Witch says, I wonder if missing evidence has been dumped in a Dallas lake. What do you mean? Why a Dallas lake?
What, Dallas, Texas?
Why a Dallas lake? I guess I'd be asking.
For what?
I wonder if missing evidence has been dumped in a Dallas lake. I'm not sure what you're meaning there, Jezebel. Why a Dallas? Kind of confused. And it's probably me. I'm having lazy brain today. Okay.
But what's she talking about? What case?
Well, they're talking about the knife that Tad probably had. It's not been discussed. Deb C says she didn't see any search warrants for it, for any of their houses to be searched. But I know they had warrants. A lot of stuff is still sealed, but they definitely had warrants.
Well, they would have searched their houses, wouldn't they, at some point?
Well, Tad got arrested at his house.
Yeah, they brought the whole crew in there.
Hell yeah, we saw all them people.
And they supposedly went to Granny's house too.
Oh, okay. So Jezebel's saying, okay, I got it. Yes. So Clint Twombly, his wife goes to cancer treatments in Dallas, and he's cousins with Clint. And she's saying, what if Clint got the whatever they couldn't find, that gun or whatever, and since he goes to Dallas, dump it at the lake there. I see what you're saying now. But,
Yeah, he could have dumped it anywhere near water. Anywhere. Yeah.
You're not a bitch. I mean, that's common. I think I wasn't even thinking about Clint Twombly taking
he could have
getting rid of it.
He could have buried it anywhere, though, couldn't he? He could have dug a hole and buried it anywhere.
Well,
but if you throw it in water, it's likely that it never get found again. If you throw it in some kind of water along the way.
I don't know where I heard this, but it wasn't from me. It might have been from Carrie and them. I don't know. But they were trying to say that Jillian and Veronica's phones were buried underneath a pole where a new fence was built or something. Is that what they said? Was it them that I saw that?
That's where that was where they sent the cops out there to look to. And they weren't there. Where did I seen that somewhere too?
I think it might have been Carrie and them. I don't know though. I can't remember, but somebody saying that like the phones in Jillian's gun could be buried underneath some poles where fencing was just put in.
Yeah, because Granny took them out there, got rid of them.
Granny knows.
Well, they were talking about how she got so defensive when people was on her property. We heard many stories, not even just about this, but people like they have to read the wells out there, and she tried to chase them off the property, and like she had shit to hide. But that was something she did all the time. It wasn't just because of this.
Perhaps it's in the well. Could be in the well.
Yeah, there's wells everywhere out there. Everywhere out there.
Well, it could be in a well too, though, couldn't it? Who's going down there?
Yeah,
It
there
sink
was
to the
some
bottom.
in the incinerator, but I don't watch that channel, so I don't even know how I saw that or if somebody told me. Not sure, but that's what they were saying. Somebody was saying. Somebody. I can't be positive. But yeah, there was an incinerator and it had two cell phones in it. But the gun.
I thought that was in Cora's testimony. That's what I think.
Yeah. Well, and she had put them in a closet underneath that board, remember? Hid some stuff in her, wasn't it her closet?
I think so. And like hid some clothing or something there too at first.
And then put stuff at the family farm where the Twombleys had an incinerator on it.
Right.
Yeah, of course, testimony to OSBI. Yeah, I remember her talking about the incinerator too. I'm so glad you guys, because I can't remember absolutely everything. And I absolutely love the fact that everybody's so vested in this and they know. We don't even have to look it up. You guys know.
Everybody knows a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you
remember.
That's the good thing. What you rolling up? What you
Do
smoking?
That's just her Zippo. I think she has a Zippo.
I don't have a Zippo.
You don't?
She smokes rollies. She smokes rollies, don't you?
I do. But I'm not smoking rollies.
What kind of? No, do you smoke rollies? I'm saying cigarettes.
I do smoke cigarettes. But I'm not smoking a cigarette right now either.
No, I can hear a lighter flicking. That's all.
That's what I thought I heard.
This?
Yeah.
It's in my hand, but I'm not smoking anything.
She got a nervous itch.
Yeah,
I thought you
and
were
I
lighting
didn't
up
realize.
one.
I didn't even realize I was doing it, but I'm definitely. I should be smoking, by God, but I'm not smoking at the moment. Anything. I'm just playing with the lighter.
What are you smoking? What are you smoking? I mean, I roll my own. I roll my own too. I smoke bugler tobacco. It's a Turkish blend.
Bugler. Yeah.
Is that testimony available? Yes. And we keep saying we're going to go over it. It's something that we're going to have to do on a weekend. But it's the only reason it is available, and you can go pull it if you want to go look at it through OSCN, but it in the civil suit, okay, that Veronica's mom filed, Amanda, they released the pretrial and what was said. So it's got Paul's testimony in there, it's got Cora's testimony in there, and it even had Beasley's testimony in there. All three of them. Remember?
I never seen that. Yep.
Yeah, we went over it more than once.
Like I said, I think that was when I didn't have any internet.
So when these two go to trial, Are they going to use the other three testimony or anything like that in their cases? Are they going to use their
Well,
testimony? Somewhat.
Paul Grice and Cora is the only ones that will have to give testimony as of right now.
And CW.
And CW, yeah. But they're
Yeah.
trying to keep CW from having to do it.
She's gonna be the one that puts them away, or puts the final nail in Cole's anyway.
In their coffin. Yeah, final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that he wasn't no 2-day involved. He was a lot more involved than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure was. They're the grown men. Granny couldn't afford those girls off like that, but those men.
I wonder why she tries to act like she was so broke, though. She tried to act like she's broke.
Well, that's
Tiffany
how
did.
people say rich. They're always broke.
True. Very true. Okay, Christopher, on the screen, I'm going to show you how, and I'll have to print it again, but I got most of it printed in these books over here. But it is, let's say,
wrongful death.
It is in under the wrongful deaths, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's where I pulled it from. And there's where it talks about Tiffany's father's trust fund.
Right.
Because that's where we pulled it from. I do know that.
So is Tiffany like the black sheep of the family, troublemaker and stuff? Or all the family members like that?
She's got several sisters, and one of them's just like her. And then the others like moved away. Like one of them moved to Tulsa area, Tulsa, Oklahoma. They all had cattle, and back in the day, there was a drought down there in the Panhandle. So a lot of people moved out of that area to try to continue to do their cattle.
Yeah.
You remember that, Christopher? You remember that being said?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I don't remember, but I'm just saying, yeah. Just agreeing. Yeah.
That's okay.
I was thinking about the old days, you know, they moved cattle because it was too dry. I was thinking on those lines that people used to do. Yeah.
Christopher, you might be right. You might have not been around when we was going over that, because it's definitely in here. Because we printed it. Well, I did. I printed it here. I know Deb and everybody else looked at it too. We'll definitely go over that because there was a lot in there. They named, I guess were you there because we talked about how they named off people that was misfits by name. Said what their names were. Because I remember Cole Twombly being on there.
So when are they going to be like arraigned and everything then for the charges of the death penalty? Because now they're charging them for it.
November 5th.
5th, yeah.
Oh, November the 5th. Oh, yeah, that's right. The same day as the
Rally.
Yeah, the protest. Peaceful protest.
Yeah, just we'll go over that maybe next weekend, because we definitely can go over it again and all the testimony. I don't think you want to hear all of it, but I mean we could do all of it. There's a lot in there.
What, like how many hours? Like hours worth? 2 hours worth?
I skipped through a lot when I did read it, so I don't know. It's 3 people's testimony, so I mean 2 days. I think that's how long it was. 2 days.
That's a lot of testimony. That's why whenever you're doing a case like this and you want every inch of information, you just gotta keep popping those videos out because it take you forever. If you get behind, yeah. As soon as you got them, you got to make a video of it, record it.
Well,
or
and
whatever.
it's a sealed case. It's a sealed case, and we really shouldn't even have what we got. But
okay,
because the civil
it's a
case was
secret.
filed, that it released it to where we could see it.
Well, whoever got it, got it. So can't do nothing
You can
about it. It's
go.
not against the law.
Jezebel says, "I can't wait." You can go into the OSCN and go into the Texas County and the one from Amanda. I just look up Tiffany Adams and go that route. But it's in there from the preliminary. I guess I can tell you exactly which one it is. Let's see here.
It's a shame. It's a shame it ain't being nice stream because they deserve their faces spread around the United States of America. Don't they? I liked it when they brought him to jail, though. They did the perp walk. Well, at least we got that. You know.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they let the press, you know, the news people ask them some questions. No comment.
You just go into OSCN, go to Texas
Comment.
County, type in Tiffany Adams with one F.
Oh, welcome, Lavender. She just see that you were
Hello,
live.
Lavender. Hello, Lavender. And then you go down on here. It's the third one from the bottom that was filed 3/3/25. Amanda Berner. And let's see here. Answers to wrongful death, summons, the living trust. Plaintiffs. Lavender, what I'm looking for is where we was able to get the information from Paul and Cora and Beasley's testimony. I know that's how I got it, was like from here. So I'm trying to look it up.
Which one are you looking for, though? I mean,
I'm not sure. And see,
Oh.
on my computer, when I click on these, then I got to go save a file. It's actually quite a bit to try to get it. But
yeah.
whereas on the phone, it's a lot easier because you can just click on it and see if that's what you want or back out. But because of this case, it released the testimonies. So
Yeah, and you just gotta look through it. You know what you could do? You could highlight it with different colors, like put 1, 2, 3, 4, and write it down.
well, I'm
Just
trying to give if anybody has the link that you can give Jezebel
I don't.
to that. Lavender's real good at looking these up too and sharing them. But what they're looking at is they want to see the stuff from
Channel
the
10 News
testimonies.
had it. Channel 10 News had it, she says. Lavender said.
Yeah,
Channel 10
we
News.
want the actual paperwork. The actual paperwork, because there was a lot in the paperwork that Channel 10 didn't go over. Oh, you're right. You're right. I know what she's saying. She's saying that Channel 10, which is true, Channel 10 put the links to it at the end of their broadcast when they covered the story.
Oh, they have the link. They have the link.
Yes.
That's what she meant. They got the link. So you.
Yeah. News.
You better save that one. Might need it again.
It was News Channel 10, KFDA, I think it is. KFDA.
Is that Oklahoma news? Is
Actually,
that Oklahoma news?
no, that's actually Texas, Amarillo,
Oh,
Texas.
Texas.
But it's close to there. It's big. It's the next biggest town would be
Oh
Amarillo.
yeah, news channels, they go all over, don't they? So I don't know. You know. Close, they go all over close. You know.
But she's right. KFDA talked about it, and then they said at the end of their on their homepage, they was putting the links on there too. But that's not where I got them that time. So let's see here.
Because don't they have a channel 10 news in Arizona?
Oh, they got 10 here
these
too.
new-
It's right here.
Yeah. Oh,
Let's
so
see
they're
here.
probably all over, right?
Right. Let me play this for a minute. Let me play this.
Because I thought Justin Long worked for Channel 10 in Arizona.
Right.
Is it 10? I think it's 10. Well,
I'm gonna play
10
this.
pops up a lot. 10 pops up a lot. And you know what? 10 pops up a lot. And that's my birthday's on the 10th. That's funny that. I said, why do
It's all
I
your
always keep
fault.
saying 10? 10, 10, 10.
Okay, let me play this real quick.
At 10, News Channel 10 has obtained the transcript of the preliminary trial on the murders of Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly, which include testimony from two of the defendants in the case.
News Channel 10's Paige Stockton has been pouring through these documents over the last several weeks and breaks down key details.
In December, Paul Grice and Cole Twombly gave testimony about preparation, day of, and days following the murders of these women. In the testimony, Grice said in exchange for his testimony, he would be getting off death penalty, while Twombly had a plea deal for her to serve 30 years in prison before she is available for parole. The hearings went into details describing Tiffany Adams recruiting both Twombly and Grice into his plan after describing in graphic detail the abuse of Veronica's children by the hands of a family member. Veronica was on supervised visitation with her children after the abuse allegations.
And that is what they look like. It's got question and answers. That's what it looks like too. Absolutely.
In the testimony, Grice and Twombly described how Adams asked them to be involved in the murders and the preparation leading up to that day. The documents lay out each of the defendants' roles on the day, the Twomblys being lookouts, Grice and Cullum killing the women, and Adams cleaning up and supervising. Grice tells the court how he stabbed both of these men, cutting his hand in the process. He also says he felt set up by Adams, claiming he felt that he was going to take the fall for the murders. He described Adams walking around the body of Veronica and laughing in a way he described as evil. Grice also admits to lying to the OSBI agents in his first interviews. Cole Twombly's testimony described the meetings of God's misfits and a plan to murder Butler with an anvil vice on her birthday that failed. She also goes into details about how her daughter knew about the plans before, but in the end was the one who initially spoke with the police. If you wish to read the entirety of the preliminary hearing transcript, you can go to our website. We will advise that much of the testimony is difficult to read and may be considered disturbing. All 5 defendants are scheduled for further proceedings set for July 30th.
Okay, so she's saying at their website. So I would assume that you got to go to KFDA website and get it that way. It's got the, let's see here. It's got the full medical examiner's report. Should have everything. You know what? Also in Discord. It was dropped in Discord. A link in Discord went straight to the preliminary hearing. That's where I got the paperwork, was from the Discord. And the link was dropped in there. I'll find it.
In your
I'll
Discord.
reshare it. Yeah. Yeah. I'll find it and reshare it so that anybody that wants to go in and look at this paperwork, you'd be able to get to it.
Yeah, because it's probably scrolled. You have to scroll.
Yeah. And we don't post a lot. We post in Discord, but not a whole lot.
No, so so it'd be pretty easy to find. It's not like you have to go weeks and weeks worth, is it?
And honestly, I'm gonna have to spend time. They say you can get it from this KFDA, but I don't know how to do it. I'll be the first to say I have not did it, and I don't know how to do it. But as soon as we're off the live, I'll go find it on the Discord and reshare it to you, so you can see it. And then we will go over it. Yeah, I don't know how to get to the link, so I'm not even gonna act like I know how. I was definitely looking for you though, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, but isn't it in there underneath their video in the press on more? It might be linked in there. They put links in their comments, not in the
That
comments.
was on the
but
YouTube though. They said go to their website, and what we just watched was on the YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Okay, but that probably would take you to their website anyway.
Well,
It would
you'd
take
hope.
you to their website.
Christopher, I can send you the link for the Discord again, so that you can use it. Get back in there. Journey, are you in the Discord?
I think I was, yeah. I think I am. I had 2 Discords. I thought it was probably what. Then I got rid of the other one because I was thinking, because one of my Discords, I think the first one, I couldn't get in with anything. So I said, I'll make another one. I made another one. And I got in and they go, oh, you got 2. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I got to get rid of one. And I was like, I hardly use it though. I mean, I'm really not really sure how to use it. I mean, yeah, but I don't have a lot of people I'm in Discord with. Do you know what I mean?
Right. I get it.
A few people, but I really don't chat in there. They said, oh, come on, let's get into Discord because while you're live, they're chatting in Discord. I thought, what's the point? Get on your live and chat away in your chat. What's the point? You know what I mean? I said, what's your chat going for?
Okay. I sent that to you, Christopher, so that you have it later. You're welcome, Jezebel. We'll go over them too. Right next weekend.
People have movie nights on Discord. They watch movies and everything. They do all kinds of things and they chat and they watch a movie, whatever they're watching, on Discord. Because you can't do it on YouTube.
I used to go in there and play UFC, and people would come in. We've watched a lot on Discord. We just haven't did it in a long, long time.
I mean, I don't know how you do that. Is you hook videos up or what? I don't know how you do it. You have to tell me one day.
Yeah, I can show you. I can show you because I do it.
Yeah.
Like I've got my Paramount Plus on my computer. I got my ESPN Plus, and I just go in here and share the screen on Discord.
Have you heard of that website, Kick? Kick?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Oh, I've got an account on Kick. I tested it out the other day on a video. I never used it. And I just connect my, you know, when you go into StreamYard and they say destination, do you know what I mean? You have to hook up your Facebook or whatever. I hooked up my account on Kick and you can stream. You can stream whatever into Kick and you ain't going to get any backlash like YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, just look into it and see what you can do in Kick, and we can watch it on Kick. And there's things you can do on Kick that you can't do on YouTube. People are saying that, but I only just did one video and then I erased it. Do you know what I mean? I deleted it. I mean, I tested it out. I thought, oh, okay, but I don't know anybody on Kick, so it's not like anybody's going to come into it unless, you know, you become subs on that account. You know what I mean? I don't know anybody. But if you're live on something, there are people on there. It's kind of like TikTok watching videos and everything, whatever they put on there.
I barely know how to figure out YouTube. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm just saying, look into Kick and see what goes on there. Is it better than YouTube? Is it? Well, I mean, you still have to get a following. Do you know what I mean? Just like YouTube, you still have to get a following. I don't know how easy it is to find ones live on there like it is YouTube. I don't know. But they said it's like YouTube. Everybody's getting a Kick account. I'm telling you. That's why I keep hearing, oh, go to this one. They're on Kick. They got kicked off of YouTube, so they're on Kick now. I'd be like,
Huh.
oh, okay. Yeah, they're live streaming on Kick.
I'll have to look at it.
Like, oh, okay.
I'm going through the Discord right now
said,
trying to
"Well,
find where that link
Yeah,
was.
I'll tell you what, it's something to look into if you ever get kicked off YouTube. You can still stream
happened.
onto Kick from your StreamYard. You can still hook it up from there. Just like you use YouTube and Facebook. It's easier than Facebook to stream.
Right. It looks like I did a live back on July 12th, 2025. And it says, let's talk about questions and comments. And it's the transcripts of preliminary hearing proceedings had on the 17th day of December 2024. I'm going to link this in the chat. Hold on. Because you can go back and watch this too.
Is it a video?
It's a video. It is a video. I'm going to share it. This must have been because it said, let's talk about questions and comments. And then I've got pictures of the paperwork. So let me share this. And looks like we went over it an hour and 42 minutes long. Here it is. Here it is.
Who went over?
I did. I
On
went
this
over the
video?
paperwork. Yeah, on the
you
one I
went-
shared
oh.
the link. For those
it
who's
took you
wanting to look
about
at it.
over an hour.
But I'll also find you a spot where that's what I was looking for in the Discord, is because it was shared. I must be getting close because if I did a live about it, that means the documents came out just right before that. So let me see.
Yeah, and then people can watch it and they can always speed it up a little bit to their taste.
Right. But there was a lot that we didn't go through every single thing. The most important things, which I would see where people want to read the whole thing. Let's see here. I know I'm getting close. Because somebody dropped it. I don't remember who dropped it though.
Well, I was on that live stream with you because I just hooked it up and I can see all your chat. You're putting them on the screen. I thought, oh, I was there that night. So I had to listen to it.
Right.
I was there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now I found it. I'm just gonna kind of briefly show them where it's at too. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out how I share it. Said I'm not the best.
Okay, Mama.
Yeah.
Gotta get your work done.
That's right. Because I did find it. Here, let me show you what it looks like. Okay. I just got to figure out how to share it so that you can get into it. Because this is what I just found in the Discord. Is it sharing it? Yeah, it is.
I see it. Yeah.
And then the background is going to talk about everything, and then it'll have copies. I'm going kind of fast till I get to the part so you can see it. And it was a lot to print, but I did print it. Subpoenas, records, when she sold the land. It has all the paperwork of selling the land to her son or daughter.
Uh-huh. What's your
Okay.
son and daughter like, though? Are they a little nuts or what? Or what? How are they?
I don't even know him. Wrangler said that his brother is the best uncle ever. Like very involved with Wrangler's kids, and his brother never got in trouble. His brother's a good kid. Now the sister lived somewhere else, so moved somewhere. But see, like there was land. Principal was $600,000. Principal $120,000. $50,000 because this is a civil suit, and they're showing where she sold this property.
They can get it back, right? Somehow, or
I
not in
don't
the
think
trust.
so.
They can.
I don't think so.
Yeah, this is what these
She
people
sold it, I
do.
want to say for $10.
Well, of course they did. She only transferred it over. You do it. I mean, she had to get rid of it. She knew
Right.
it too. She knew she had to get rid of it. She knew what was coming.
I'm still rolling to the end here, trying to get to the testimony. Let me just.
They should have been a bit faster putting a stop to it. That's all they should have
Okay.
done.
So this is what I'm saying. The testimony. This is the testimonies. I went too far. Okay, here we go. There it is. Transcript of preliminary hearing. And then, oops. We have the questions and answers. Says who's there, who's in the courtroom, whose attorney's what, and then they'll start asking questions. Like just right here. A, Cole's cousin, Clint Twombly, his son, Frank Twombly. So they ask a question and then there's the answer. And they did it for Cora, they did it for Paul. I think Beasley's stuff's in here too. All of it was very interesting. Paul Grice tells how he met OSBI at Four Corners. The first time he was drunk. The second time they told him about the DNA, so he fessed up to it, and they said, we can't arrest you because we don't have a warrant. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen. After he admitted to doing it. Okay. But now I got to figure out how to share this.
Yeah, like you said, any other place, they could wake up a judge that's on duty that night and get a warrant signed right away, within hours.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to figure out how to share it because it keeps this sharing the Discord, and that's not going to help you. It's not going to help.
Yeah, Mama Lost. Yeah, have you ever been on Kick? How do you? Yeah, a lot of people are going on Kick. A lot. Have you ever been on there? Do you know anything about it? That's what I'm asking. Is it like YouTube? You can earn money or build subscribers, stuff like that.
Try that link. Here, I'll try the link. Let me pull it up on my phone. See if that link will work for anybody
Let
that
me
wants to
click
go
on
look
it.
at that paperwork.
Oh, let me see. Oh, okay. You have to save it to your computer.
Yeah, that's why I don't like to do it on the computer. That's why I grabbed my phone. But I'm trying to see if that link works.
No, I mean, it clicks and you have to save it to your computer. Then you go into the documents and then you pull it up that way.
All I did is copy and paste, but I don't know if it's letting you click on it. That's my thing.
No, I clicked on it and saved it. And then.
No, it's not a plea. It was their testimony in the preliminary hearing. That was Paul Grice's and Cora's, definitely their testimony. Yeah, it brings it up. Okay. I clicked on it from my phone, and it brings all of it up so that they can read it on their phone or whatever.
Yeah.
Did that work for you, Jezebel, hopefully? So this spot right here, it takes a minute for it to load because there's a lot of paperwork. But if you click on it, it'll download the OSCN and you'll see everything that Paul Grice and Cora testified to. There you go. Alrighty, so I'll pay attention to you, Journey, tomorrow, and see when you're live. See if I can't get on that chat. Oh yeah, you're gonna go down there. You said you're not. They're not filming it from the courthouse. It's not a live courtroom.
Oh yeah, it's live. No, I'm just saying I'm not going down there tomorrow. I was going to, but I wasn't sure at the time whether the jurors had been picked or were they going to do it tomorrow. But Friday. It only took them a couple hours to pick a jury. They went in at 9 o'clock or whatever it was, and by 11 something, they already had a jury. And then they sent them home at 12 because they were already picked. They said, come back Monday morning. I said, damn, they didn't even take long to pick a jury. I'm telling you.
But
Yeah.
you're saying, do they have cameras in the?
Yeah, it's live. Like court TV is going to be there and everybody.
Okay. So since you're not going tomorrow, let me ask a different way because I'm not asking right, I think. Anyway,
yeah.
Are you
got
going to
it.
be live on your channel, I guess, tomorrow is what I'm asking.
Yes,
With
I'm
this-
going to go. Yes. And it's going to be Central Time. So, you know, I don't know what time it starts. It could start at 8 o'clock because they start early in Waukesha. So it could be 8:30. Around that time when it will start. If there's no delays, that is, you know, sometimes there's delays for something further. Anyway, I downloaded that and then I just opened it up, easy peasy. So I got it on my, it all came up. So, but I'm not going to read it really, but I got it.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't do a live on it because I don't like reading all this shit.
It is a lot to read.
It's a lot to read if you like reading this stuff, but it's handy if you wanted to look up something and you say, hey, I got it. I could just look it up, easy peasy. But yeah, I got it. It came up good.
It is a
So
lot.
anybody, yeah, that's a lot. Damn.
It's a lot for sure. But we can go back
Yeah.
over on who they called out by name for the misfits. I'll go through and try to get the main points and we'll go over that this weekend. Maybe this week. Do a couple a night or something. I'll go through and highlight it. As far as the testimony, we can do that too. And if you come across a spot that you want me to go over, let me know and we'll go over it as a group.
Yeah, Jezebel said she's into it.
There we go.
Is that what she means? She loves it. She loves reading it. Is that what she means?
No. Remember, I shared the link and I wanted to see if people could get into it. And she's basically telling me she was able to get into it.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty.
Sounds
So
good.
I'll see you in your chat tomorrow and I'll see everybody else Tuesday.
Right, and I made a couple of little videos. They're like a minute long, and it shows you the courthouse and everything. I went through to the courthouse and what it's like, the parking lot, and where the body was found along Gulf Road, County Road. It's called County Road, but they call it Gulf Road, but the old road is County Road. But
are they videos or are they shorts?
No, I just went to Google and I recorded it and stopped it and then did another scene, stopped it, so it all looks like pictures. Do you know what I mean? Easier.
Oh, okay. But did you
Yeah,
do it as live? Did you do it as a video? Did you do it as a short? That's what I was asking.
No, what I was going to do, I was ready for the live tomorrow, so before that starts, I can just say, hey, here's a video. It just shows you what it's like around that area. Just give you a picture. I only did
Okay,
it
I
for
got it. Well,
just
I'm going to
something
share
to
your link
interest.
again.
That's all.
I'm going to share your link again so that the chat can come to your live tomorrow on this case that's in your area.
Yeah, if they're interested. Not everybody's interested in watching trials. Do any of you guys watch a lot of trials? I don't know. You not sit there like me. I'd be watching a lot of trials. I'm a trial
Well,
watcher.
a lot of them have to work and they don't have
Yeah.
time to do
Well,
the trial.
that's what I was like when I was a bit younger, when I was working. Oh, well, why you give I says, I work a full-time job. I do 12-hour shifts. Sometimes I'm there for a double shift. I says, and I can't be doing these lives. My work is more important.
Right.
And then I'd come home and watch them or something, or my day off, or in the middle of the night when I get off at 11, because I work second shift, see? And so I really miss most of it anyway. And when you
So
go to work.
Here is your channel, Journey. I put a link to it if anybody wants to click on it. Go like and subscribe and hit the bell. And when she goes live, you'll know it. And if you're available, you can jump in her live.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Mama Los
Yeah,
Ronda says,
because
come on here and watch, but have not gone into other ones.
you know what I try to find? I try to find there are some good trials in Wisconsin, but they're not being televised a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you
Streamed.
do a lot of the like when California goes live from the helicopter on police chases, you'll go and restream that from your channel too, which is really interesting.
Yeah, I do that, but I got to catch it first. You know what I mean? But if I'm in the mix of something else, I forget. You know, I forget about it, and there hasn't been too many lately. Sometimes it's a bit busy. Sometimes and I more or less do that. You know, when the chases are on, they're normally in the evening for us. You know, afternoon for their time. Do you know what I mean? I've never known a county with so many chases. Oh my God! I said, damn. You know, the hijacking cars. They absolutely stream everything. You can hardly get nothing here like that. No, you might see it on the news for about a couple of minutes. Like we had the SWAT team here in Waukesha downtown at somebody's house because he shot somebody or something, and they were going to go into the house, but they weren't streaming it. I thought, come on, Channel News, because I was ready to go. I thought,
right.
Damn. I thought if I knew exactly where, well, I kind of knew where it was, but they weren't letting people in. I was thinking, damn, if I knew about that earlier, I would have been down there with my camera. I would have said, yeah, I'm right here. Because we don't get many of them. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
well,
yes.
Well, not in my area. I mean, I've seen a few. There was one in Racine, but I wasn't going down there to watch that one. But he was in the house for like 30 hours or something. And when they were done, there was nothing left of the house. It was just destroyed.
Oh, dang.
God, I said it looked like it had been chopped up with bullets and everything.
Well, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna take Wesson out for his last trip outside before bed. So,
is he going for a trip?
No, but he can't walk, so I have to carry him outside and carry him back in. It's
Oh, you're talking about your dog. I thought you were talking about your husband.
I'm gonna take him to go to the bathroom. I don't think so. If he can't go on his own, he's in fucking trouble. I'm not helping.
I thought you could. I thought you said you're going to take your husband out. You're going to carry him outside.
Rick is on his own. Yeah, I'll just roll him out the front door and he can just pee out front.
If you decide you're going to take a trip with your husband, if he comes here for something, let me know.
I will. I have to see
Definitely
when
let me know. Yeah, let me know. Because, you know, I'm not very far from Waukesha. I mean, from Milwaukee. Like,
I think that was the other thing, is for one, it was cold. And two, I didn't want to go where I had to go by myself places because he's in training. You know what I mean?
That's right. And if you go, then I'll come and keep you company. Okay?
Absolutely. I'll go the next time. Now that you're not the only one I've met in that area either since the last time he went. It'd be fun to hang out.
Yeah. Or get your other people you met up and meet up with them too. As long as there ain't no big snowstorm and it's snowed in and traveling's bad. Other than that.
Like, last time he went, they we could have went with him too, but they gave free admittance to I think it was a baseball game. No?
They got the Brewers there downtown. Yeah. In just before downtown is the Brewer Stadium.
He went to a game. But I don't remember but I know it was winter. So whatever sports in the winter.
Oh no, it would have been downtown in one of those in the buildings. They got it all going down there. Yeah, it would have happened downtown. He would have went to. No, there was no Brewer games and nothing happening in the wintertime.
I wish they'd do it in the summertime. But for some reason they always do the draft training in the winter for some reason. So
oh, it's a winter thing. See, there are a lot of things that are done in summer, spring. So that's because there's so much going on down there. Maybe you got to get your spot when you can, you know?
We're gonna travel a lot next summer. Rick's got 12 weeks of vacation now. 12 weeks.
12 weeks. Oh my God. How can you
Yeah.
take 12 weeks? Sometimes you can take the pay for a week's pay or something, but then you get
They used
taxed
to
on
do
it.
that way, but they don't do it that way no more. You have to use it.
Oh, you
You'll
have
have
to
to-
use it or lose it, right?
Mhm. Yeah, but he was just telling me he could take up to 12 weeks. I was like, holy cow, it's a long time. But now that we got the bus and stuff, we can just go. But we can't travel with Wesson the way he is, so kind of puts a damper on things.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, he's waiting at the door. He's waiting for me to help him, so I'm gonna get up here and get him outside because I've already mentioned it, so now he's got to go.
Oh, yeah. Now he's
So-
heard you because he understands.
Yeah, or he's gonna piss on the floor. I don't want to clean it up.
Don't dare let it piss on the floor. Woof,
Yeah, I'm
woof.
gonna end this live, and I'll see you Tuesday, but I'll probably be in your live tomorrow. Everybody else have a great week. Much love, and I'm ending the stream.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, love.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.